Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio. So today, we're going to be taking a look at a new Golisopod card. And this one might look a little bit different. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, we've never got a water Golisopod before. We've had a Golisopod GX, we've had a Golisopod non-GX. They're both grass type. This is the first time we've ever had a water type. I mean, the bad news is it's coming in as a water type right after we lost Brooklet Hill and right after we lost Aqua Patch. But having said that, we've still got Naganadel Quagsire to accelerate energy. That's a nice combination. Naganadel accelerates water energy from the discard to itself. Quagsire moves it to your active Golisopod. We're golden. And of course, with stuff like Reshiram and Charizard and cards like Welder, fire is the best type right now. They're all weak to water, so make no mistake about it. Essentially, instead of being weak to the best type in the game, you're now hitting weakness against the best type in the game. Tell me that doesn't sound good. I should mention that our translation comes from the lovely David Hockman here, and we should have a quick look at the basics. 140 is pretty good for a stage 1, if I'm honest with you. It's better than the other Golisopod, which is a slight misnomer because they had an ability to reduce damage done to Golisopod. And I mean, it's up there. There's a whole bunch of Pokemon that are hitting 130, and this will escape that. So, yeah, this is cool. I like this. In terms of the weakness to grass, it's fine, honestly. Grass is just not really a powerhouse type at the moment. Now, we have got Celebi and Venusaur, which sees a little bit of play. But the first attack won't KO you because you've got 140 HP, so I'm down with that, ladies and gentlemen. I am down with it. And then we got a retreat cost of 4, so we can even play buff padding here, so you're up to 190 HP. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot to like about this before we even figure out what it does. But of course, you can't play it just for what we've said. So what does it actually do, David? Well, it has an ability which is pretty gosh darn good. The ability reads, if this Pokemon has 2 or fewer energy attached to it, it has no retreat cost. Now, to be clear, if it has no retreat cost, that turns off buff padding. So if you've got 0, 1 or 2 energy attached to Golisopod and you've got a buff padding on, your opponent can KO you doing 140 damage. You only get buff padding if you've got a retreat cost of 4, and you don't have a retreat cost of 4 here. Not until you've got 3 or more energy on. Okay, that's kind of annoying, but we can deal with that. We've got to be careful with buff padding here. However, what we also have here is a great way to get it out the active. A really nice way to get it out the active. It means that after a KO, you can stick one of these up with very little energy on, and you retreat it. It means if we get a reprint of something like Escape Rope, you can switch the active into this, and then free retreat. It's not going to help you when you're in the active and you're attacking, and that's a little bit sad. But make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, this is a really nice ability. It is also very reminiscent of the Wimpod, the one from Burning Shadows, the good Wimpod, which had an ability that on the first turn, on your first turn of the game, it's got no retreat cost. So that's kind of cool. Nice little callback there. And look, we play free retreating Pokemon. A lot of decks, I mean, it's rotating out as this comes out, but a lot of decks have been playing Tapu Koko. It's got a good attack, but it's a free retreater. In Darkness decks, a bunch of people are playing Evil Tal, which has free retreat. There is an awful lot to like about having free retreat. But we also need to have a decent attack here as well, and this has a very nice attack. Also, how beautiful is the artwork? Just putting that out there. Water, free colorless energy, 120. If this Pokemon was on your bench and became your active Pokemon this turn, you do 60 more damage. Now, 4 energy 120 isn't great. 4 energy 180, yes. 4 energy 180 is great. Ho-Oh GX did 4 energy 180, and okay, it was largely because it had Kiawe to get the energy on, but this was good and this saw play. Now, it is a slight shame that we're not going to have Choice Band here, because with Choice Band, you'd be getting the majority of GXs. I mean, as it is, this is a straight one-hit KO on something like Rayquaza, or Dedenne, but it's not going to be getting up there to stuff like Naganadel or stuff like Lycanroc. There are a bunch you're not going to be getting KOs on here because you don't have Choice Band, which is a bit sad. And you are hitting 120. Now, I talk a lot about the difference between 120 and 130. 120 will not KO stuff like the non-GX Buzzwole, stuff like Granbull, stuff like White Kyurem, whereas 130 would. So the fact that you're generally hitting 120 is genuinely a little bit sad. Also, if you're hitting for weakness, 120 will be fine in terms of getting rid of Ablacephalon, but it won't be enough to get a one-hit KO on Reshiram and Charizard. You're going to be 240 with weakness, they've got 270, you're going to be that little bit short. And yeah, you can play Shrine of Punishment, but you need 3 goes of Shrine of Punishment after your turn, after their turn, after your turn, in order to turn this into a one-hit KO. And your opponent can play their own stadiums. I mean, Fire decks alone are going to be playing Giant Furnace by this point. So honestly, I'm not a huge fan. I don't mind 120, but the reality is 120 isn't really good enough. It's not great against non-GXs. It's certainly not great against GXs. It's not even that great for weakness because you're not one-hit KOing the best Pokemon. So make no mistake about it, 120 isn't quite good enough. But 180 is. 180 is wonderful. And yes, fine. You won't be one-hit KOing any Tag Team GX that isn't weak. But the best one is weak. And you're still 2-hit KOing everything else. Incidentally, the highest, biggest, baddest, most HP we see on a Tag Team GX is Wailord that has 300. So here, you hit 180, and then you don't need to get out the active, you hit 120, that adds up to 300, you're good, assuming you're not KO'd. And 180 will get your non-GXs. I mean, we looked at Slacking yesterday, and I said that Slacking's 180 HP is phenomenally high. This will still get a one-hit KO. Not only that, but you're getting a lot of GXs, like I've said, and you're getting the best Tag Team GX in the game. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, 180 is great. Now, another card we did look at yesterday was Giant Bomb, and the problem is that Giant Bomb means that you take 10 damage counters if you attack and do 180 damage to a Pokemon with Giant Bomb attached. But if you're really worried about that, you can always hit without having become active this turn, then you'll hit 120 and be able to avoid it. Here's the thing, though. We've still got 2 potential issues. We've got the potential issue of I need to get into the active every turn, and the potential issue of energy. And the energy I'm not worried about. We've lost Aqua Patch, which sucks, and we've lost double colourless energy, which sucks. But the grass-free colourless is extremely important. Firstly, you've got Naganadel and Quagsire, as I mentioned earlier. And secondly, you've got triple acceleration energy. So if you can get 1 water energy on here, you attach a triple acceleration energy, and then you do 180. But here's what's nuts here. Triple acceleration energy falls off at the end of your turn. And then you've got 2 or fewer energy attached. So you actually get free retreat. Triple acceleration energy with this is phenomenal. You attack for 180, it falls off, you get free retreat, and then you attack with the next one. Now, you've only got 4 triple acceleration energy in your deck, but come on. That's 4 attacks doing 180 damage. That's a pretty good start, ladies and gentlemen. That's a pretty good start. It's good to the point where I wouldn't mind playing a couple of Reds Challenge here, so that when you've got a couple of Golisopod set up, you can actually search out that triple acceleration energy. I don't know if this is always going to be, in every format, a stunning, amazing Pokemon. But I feel extremely strongly that in this format that we've got right now, this is a brilliant, awesome, wonderful, great Pokemon, because we've got Naganadel and Quagsire. We've got triple acceleration energy. You're hitting weakness against the best Pokemon in the entire format, and you're giving up 1 prize. You've also got a weakness that people just are not taking advantage of. And this is another one of those Pokemon where it all just works together. If it didn't have the ability, I'd be saying, oh, well, the problem is we've lost Guzma and we've lost Escape Rope, so switching in and out is kind of awkward. But now that we got triple acceleration energy, which falls off, and then the ability gives you free retreat, who cares? Get out the active, do another 180. And if the worst thing about this is that you're 2-hit KOing tag team GXs for free prizes, I don't care. I love this. I absolutely love this. Now, I'm a bit of a Golisopod fanboy, and I won a League Cup with Golisopod GX right when it was released, so I'm not entirely impartial here, but I don't care. I'm giving it between 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. I think this is a phenomenal card, and I absolutely love it. I am, by the way, loving the cards we're seeing from Unified Mind so far. It looks like it's going to be a really good set. So that's what I think, ladies and gentlemen. I love this card, but I want to know how much you love this card. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassie, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassiePlays, where we talk about games that don't even have Pokemon in. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.